Hey everyone, I'm Daisy with Dherbs.com. Here at Dherbs, we get a lot of health-related questions. And today, we're gonna answer some viewer questions about hair loss. And today, we also have a special guest star, Rashid.
What's up, guys? I'm Rashid. I make videos here at Dherbs. Our first question comes from Sydney. I believe it's always hormonal imbalance when someone has hair loss.
Is what Sydney said fact or is it fiction?
You know, Sydney, probably there's some truth to what Sydney's saying. Having said that, she says the key word is always, and that's where I think Sydney's wrong.
So in your humble opinion, is this fact or is it fiction?
In my humble opinion, I say it's fiction.
This is fiction. Hormone issues can cause hair loss, but hair loss has a variety of possible causes and a complicated biological trigger process. So while hormone levels definitely contribute to some kinds of hair loss, they aren't always part of the problem. Take the most common kind of hair loss, male pattern baldness. This is caused in part by elevated androgen levels. Androgens are male sex hormones, like testosterone. When there's a high concentration, they can bond with hair follicles, which basically causes the hair follicle to atrophy and stop growing hair. But hormones aren't the whole story. In fact, someone could have super high androgen levels and never go bald. And that's just for one kind of hair loss. There are an enormous number of causes for hair loss, ranging from still unknown cause of female pattern hair loss to chemotherapy and environmental chemical exposure. Oversimplifying health questions like this does them a disservice because it belies the fact that our bodies are really complicated and rarely have easy answers for why they do things.
Our next question comes from Brenda. Postpartum hair loss has me styling 3 strands of hair now. Crying emoji, crying emoji, crying emoji.
Is postpartum hair loss fact or fiction? So what do you think?
I'm gonna guess fact.
Why?
It makes sense to me. I don't know a whole lot about the medical science after childbirth, but I know that the body undergoes a lot of changes and whatnot, and hormones and God knows what. So it would make sense to me that that hair loss may be a symptom of postpartum.
So fact?
So I'll go fact.
Well, that's a good answer because this is a fact. But luckily, it won't stay that way for long. About half of new moms experience what you're dealing with. The key here is that postpartum hair loss isn't actually hair loss. It's hair shedding. You've probably noticed during ordinary time that your hair falls out when it reaches a certain length. This is part of the normal hair life cycle, where strands grow, rest, and then shed. The big difference after you give birth is that an enormous amount of hair is shedding all at once. This is because hair stays in the growth phase during pregnancy due to the associated hormone changes. When you give birth and your hormones have another big change, all that hair realizes it has to shed all of a sudden, which means you lose it faster than the new stuff grows in. Luckily, the shedding tends to peak around 4 to 5 months after birth, and by the time your baby is a year old, it will probably be back to normal. If not, there may be something else wrong, but your hair will probably get back to normal without needing any help.
And so finally some good news for for the hair loss.
Yeah.
Good news for the ladies.
Yeah, just wait 4 to 5 months.
4 to 5 months, your hair's back.
That's all for today. Thanks for watching Fact or Fiction. If you have a question you want answered, you can email us at factorfiction@dherbs.com or message us on social media. In the meantime, like, subscribe, and don't forget to stay healthy.